Good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce Hackbot. He's on the screen there. He's running the presentation. Ready to get started, buddy? All right, let's go. I'm going to give you a box, and I want you to take it and plug it in at your home, work, school, or church. Well, what's in the box? Well, that makes your computers and internets faster than ever. The printer will stop jamming. Those clients you've been waiting to hear from, they'll start calling you back. Your revenue will double this year guaranteed. Now, who wants one? Sounds like magic, right? Now, who would actually plug this box in if I gave it to you? We see within minutes of plugging in this box, I will have access to every computer, phone, and file in your home, work, school, or church. How? Well, you see, I'm a hacker, and this box is a Trojan horse. It's a mini computer that connects back to me and gives me a hard line inside your network. Now, what if I can't get you to take the box? Well, I'll sit in your parking lot and hack your wireless. If you have a guest network, I can usually hop from it to your personal network or just crack your wireless password. I'll send you email, text messages, phone calls, and letters pretending to be the IRS, your bank, or your long lost cousin. I'll show up at your business dressed like this, wearing a fake ID. All I usually have to say is, slow internet? I'm here to fix it. Now, how did I get to be such a despicable person? Was I not hugged enough as a child? Did I get in with a roving gang of hackers on the mean streets of Baltimore? No, you see, I'm an ethical hacker, a white hat, though to think like a real bad guy, my hat often turns a slight shade of gray. Hackbot, no, not like that. Toward the black hat mindset. You know what? Never mind. Our team of ethical hackers thinks like bad hackers to find vulnerabilities and fix them before the real bad guys do. My name is Sean Stewart, though some of you know me as the Hillbilly Hacker. My wife Elisa and I have run Stewart Consulting since 2011, right here in Canton, Georgia. Never heard of us? Good. That keeps our customers safe. Well, who are our customers? Well, we can't say. Everything we do is protected by non-disclosure agreements and contracts. I can say our team has worked with over half of the Fortune 500 in the U.S. and around the world. We've worked with governments and municipalities across the U.S. We've worked with the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. But that's all I'm at liberty to say. Hackbot, you're cracking me up. 50 Shades of Grey? That's pretty funny. But what is the one question we hear the most, Hackbot? Why do I need an ethical hacker? It's a good question. And I hear you say, oh, we're a small company or municipality. Nobody is targeting us. Okay, Northside Hospital, Universal Alloy, you are targets. But hacking is a crime of opportunity. You don't have to be in a bad part of town to get robbed if all your doors and windows are open. A hacker will eventually come in, steal your data, and sell it on the dark web. But what is data? And why should you care if someone steals it? Well, data is your customer records, personnel files, the secret recipe to Coca-Cola, and the Colonel's 11 herbs and spices. It's social security numbers, credit cards, and bank account information. It's business files and videos of the grandkids. Hackers can sell almost all of it on the dark web. And what they can't sell, they'll encrypt, knowing you'll pay to get it back. And before you say, I have a backup, they always encrypt the backups first, unless you know how to hide them. See, an ethical hacker can help you find and close those open doors and windows before the bad guys find them. You guys are fun. Let's go on a little side quest together. You wouldn't scan this QR code, would you? Of course not. Gives me the heebie-jeebies just looking at it. Well, how about now? Hard to resist that, huh? Same QR code. But let's up the ante. Uh-huh. Too bad this isn't real. If you scan this QR code with your phone, you'll see that it shows the same address on the code itself that's on the QR code. This code isn't misdirecting you. This QR code goes to our website, so click away. It's goscnow.com. SC is for Stewart Consulting. Our marketing team is amazing. Still, I know what you're thinking. If I click a bad QR code, what will it hurt? I have antivirus. The most advanced security software in the world, like CrowdStrike and SentinelOne, relies on signatures, definitions, and blacklists. If you click on something that's on their naughty list, it won't stop you. And it can be a program embedded in a website called a drive-by download, a link in a spam email, a QR code, or an IRS agent convinces you to download a form from an IRS lookalike website, and bam, as the kids say, you're cooked. An ethical hacker helps you find and fill the technology gaps. Oh, look, side quest complete. You got a badge. Congratulations. That and $7 will get you a cup of coffee. Now, back to a boring slide with boring numbers. See, told you. In 2025, hacking cost the global economy $11 trillion. That's trillion with a T. That's half of China's GDP, and it includes everything from romance scams to ransomware payments that we know of. And ransomware was about 44% of all attacks. Afterwards, 1 in 3 companies were fined for their lack of security, with the US having higher fines than anywhere else. This happens when you lose confidential data. Hackers see their patient spending up to 9 months in your systems figuring out what they can sell on the dark web and figuring out how much your insurance will pay for ransomware. Now you know how they come up with the ransom price. And 9 months is so long most insurance auditors have no way to know how the hacker got into your system in the first place. Okay, yes, you're right. The slide should have come with a trigger warning. I'm sorry, it's very heavy. I get it. To make amends, here's a picture of adorable animals. Now, now you know why I gave stress balls out at the meeting. Pick up the ball and squeeze and squeeze. Anyway, you will need that stress ball a few more slides. There are state-sponsored hackers out there targeting our kids, our elderly, and everyone with a phone or computer. Then there are insider threats. This is usually disgruntled employees or someone trying to make a quick buck selling your personal or business information on the dark web or to your competitors. So who can you trust? Look, I'm not picking on salespeople, but they tell companies if they buy their magic box, cloud subscription, or lucky rabbit's foot, they'll be safe. But the next slide tells a different story. Here's a list of local and recent breaches to just the public sector. City of Atlanta, Fulton County, Cobb County, Gilmer County, whatever is happening over at Snap. This has cost Georgia taxpayers millions and millions of dollars. All of these had what I call the cybersecurity trifecta, which is a written policy, education and training, and up-to-date technology. All had staffed IT departments and probably security consultants. What they obviously did not have was an ethical hacker. Here's a list of global companies. All had state-of-the-art technology and staffed IT departments, all bankrupt and completely out of business in months after ransomware. 58% of businesses in 2024 and 2025 failed after a ransomware attack. How many jobs was that? AI is not even a problem yet. But you know what? You do not need to become a statistic. Our team can help you, no matter the company size. You need a solid written policy. You need training that fits your business. And you need the right technology that protects your data, not some off-the-shelf mystery box that a salesperson told you was the second coming of Norton Antivirus. Then, after our ethical hackers throw everything at your business, you can be certain that all systems are secure. When business after hours rolls around, you can enjoy that beverage. We can't keep the IRS from showing up at your door, but we can help you sleep better knowing your systems are secure. So how does it work? We start with an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Then we can have that candid conversation about your business. A gentleman does not kiss and tell, as Papaw used to say. We are not required by any law or regulation to tell anyone about your business. If you're selling drugs out of the back of a white panel van, don't call me. I will report that and other blatant offenses. But otherwise, we're not legally obligated to even share your company name with anyone. Snitches get stitches, as Mamaw used to say. She was OG. If you currently have an IT or security team, great. We are not here to take any jobs. We are a very specialized and sometimes temporary part of the team. Now, we offer a host of cybersecurity services, including policy and compliance, penetration testing, and threat hunting. But we always start with the cybersecurity assessment. This is where our ethical hackers test not just your website, firewall, databases, and servers. We test authentication systems like Active Directory. We test your IoT and SCADA devices, factory floor robots, access keycard systems, video surveillance cameras, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. We're really thinking like the bad guys here. We will cross-reference the inventory we build against all known bugs and vulnerabilities to see if you need to patch or upgrade your hardware and software. If you do nothing with us but the vulnerability assessment, this inventory is worth its weight in gold. The best part is there's no hardware or software to buy, no maintenance or subscriptions, no long-term support or management contracts. We come in, do our work, and we're out, unless you need more help. We're offering peace of mind. And how much is a good night's sleep worth? Oh, yeah, your services must be expensive, right? Well, it's typically based on number of devices, and we don't include phones, workstations, and laptops in our counts, as they should be managed by a central policy or device management system. We do not use AI in our assessments. Well, we only use AI to test other AI due to the high number of false positives. We don't rely on automated scans that kick out automated reports. You could do that yourself. But these are also full of false positives. Our assessments are performed by humans. And in honor of our 15th year in business, we're running a summer promotion. It's good to all chamber members through the end of July. Now, as long as you schedule with us before the end of July, the actual assessment can occur in 2027, but spots will fill up. We will perform a cybersecurity assessment on 10 devices and create an inventory for only $500. And show of hands, where are my 501c3 organizations? Guess what? We will do this for you for free. No time limits for you, and I don't even care if you're a chamber member. We don't think it's fair that you get left out in the cold because you don't have a Fortune 500 budget. And I'm sure you've noticed, I will talk anywhere to spread cybersecurity awareness. I'll show up at your school, civic organization, retirement community, or lunch and learn at your business. Okay, running out of time. Hackbot, shameless plugs, quick. Go to our website at goscnow.com and click the Book Now link to schedule your initial confidential conversation. Our website is full of useful articles on topics from how the internet works to AI singularity. If you want to laugh, find the Hillbilly Hacker podcast on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. The Hillbilly Hacker also has a weekly YouTube video called Hot Spam of the Week, where we show you what really happens if you click that spam link. Spoiler alert, updated antivirus and cloud protection cannot save you. All of our content is G-rated too, by the way. In fact, some of it's actually written for younger audiences. Anyway, I hope you learned something with this presentation, or at least was entertained. Have a great day.